Alright YouTube, here's my squash. Now a couple weeks ago I trimmed back the squash leaves that were bad. There were quite a few of them with some powdery mildew on them. There's a few of them right now that have some on it. I've trimmed once in between already. But I want you to see the plants. Now I bought these from a nursery. Well, no, I guess I got them from where did I get them from? Lowe's, I guess. Anyway, they were plants, and so as they started growing, they grew out and out, and I kept cutting back the leaves. You can see that there's a whole trail here. And then at the end, you can see I've got black beauty squash. So, like I said in a previous video, if you just keep trimming back on these things, you can get quite a bit of life out of them. If you don't trim them back, then they won't make it. They'll get too full of powdery mildew and they'll die. Here's one of them that grew. Now you can see that the vine itself on this one, this stayed together, and it just kept growing and growing and growing, and it's down there. In fact, it's this yellow squash there. Yellow Scallopini squash, really nice plant. But look at how this one here, the vine broke open and twisted. But you see, it's still growing. If I follow it along here, you see I've got some yellow Scallopini growing. And it keeps growing out here, all the way out here. And it kind of bunches up here. And I've got some blossoms, so I'm probably going to get some squash growing out here. Here's one down here off of this leg of the plant. Right over here. So I had two yellow Scallopinis. They're just growing like crazy, and they grow all over the place. So remember that when you're planting these squash, give it a lot of area, because it's going to kind of meander around. These squashes are, some summer squashes. And look at, I planted, 4 plants, and they're just going all over the place. They're still producing, but they're getting ready to die off, so that's why I'm making this video now. This might be the end of my squash videos. You can see that some of these vines get kind of thick, but they just go all over the place. And it's a must. You've got to trim off the leaves once they get powdery mildew on them. See, like these are starting to get them now. I'll probably trim one more time, and then the plants are going to be pulled out. Alright, well, that's the story on my squash. So you guys have a nice day. Bye, YouTube.